Welcome back to the Patrick Reagan Show. Leading in with something a little more calming after that last segment. But don't worry, I'll get worked up again. All right. Starting out here, what I want to get into, and I kind of hammer this spying thing quite a bit because it is so darn important. Just about anything else pales in comparison to what's going on right here. As I said, a couple of, I'm trying to place my words here so I don't get beeped. What I want you to remember is there's going to be a lot of stories coming out, things that people, namely the government, wants you to pay attention to because it doesn't want you thinking about what it's doing. And what it's doing is just blatantly unconstitutional. It's something we used to make fun of, the communist countries doing this sort of thing. To kind of hit this point again this week, and I put this up on Facebook, but I wanted to talk about it on our show as well. There's a story that ran in the UK Guardian, which seems to be where you have to get the news nowadays. And it ran on Thursday, and it points out just how very important what Edward Snowden is doing to make you aware of what's been happening. The article begins with, Microsoft has collaborated closely with U.S. intelligence services to allow users' communications to be intercepted, including helping the National Security Agency, that's the NSA, to circumvent the company's own encryption, according to top-secret documents obtained by The Guardian. These files, who were provided by who? Edward Snowden, illustrate the scale of cooperation between Silicon Valley and the intelligence agencies over the last 3 years. They also shed new light on the workings of the top-secret PRISM program, which was disclosed by The Guardian and the Washington Post last month. The documents show that Microsoft helped the NSA to circumvent its encryption to address concerns that the agency would be unable to intercept web chats on the new Outlook.com portal. The documents also show that the agency already had pre-encryption stage access. Before you could encrypt it, they had access to email on Outlook.com, including Hotmail. Microsoft also worked with the FBI this year to allow the NSA easier access via PRISM to its cloud storage service, SkyDrive, which now has more than 250 million users worldwide. There's no excuse for you being exposed to this. This is mainly a political show, but even I warned you about storing anything in these so-called cloud storage services. All you've been doing is putting everything in one place for the government to look at. You've made it easier for them not to have to run all over trying to build your profile. When you store your stuff on these cloud services, you put it all together for them. But anyway, back to the article. Microsoft also worked with the FBI's Data Intercept Unit to, quote, understand potential issues with a feature in Outlook.com that allows users to create email aliases. In July last year, 9 months after Microsoft bought Skype, the NSA boasted that a new capability had tripled the amount of Skype video calls being collected through PRISM. Material collected through PRISM is routinely shared with the FBI and CIA, with one NSA document describing the program as a, quote, team sport. Now, in a statement, Microsoft said, when we upgrade or update products, we aren't absolved from the need to comply with existing or future lawful demands. The company reiterated its argument that it provides customer data only in response to government demands, and we only ever comply with orders for requests about specific accounts or identifiers. So they only provide customer data in response to government demands. but they're admitting they're installing back doors in their software to allow it, even before the company is asked to provide anything. If you didn't catch that, here's part of that quote again. When we upgrade or update products, we aren't absolved from the need to comply with existing or future lawful demands. That's called installing a backdoor to get your data. Now, the article continues, since Prism's existence became public, Microsoft and the other companies listed on the NSA documents as providers have denied all knowledge of the program and insisted that the intelligence agencies do not have backdoors into their systems. So despite what you're hearing or reading, don't look at the evidence from the very agency using these backdoors in this software. We don't do that, no matter what the NSA says. And Microsoft's latest marketing campaign, launched in April, emphasizes its commitment to privacy with the slogan, "Your privacy is our priority." Similarly, Skype's privacy policy states Skype is committed to respecting your privacy and the confidentiality of your personal data, traffic data, and communications content. But an internal NSA newsletter, marked top secret, suggests the cooperation between the intelligence community and the companies is deep and ongoing. Now, the latest documents come from the NSA's Special Source Operations Division, and that's described by Edward Snowden as the crown jewel of the agency. It's responsible for all the programs aimed at U.S. communication systems through corporate partnerships such as Prism. The files show that the NSA became concerned about the interception of encrypted chats on Microsoft's Outlook.com portal from the moment the company began testing the service in July of last year. The article also says within 5 months, the documents explain, Microsoft and the FBI had come up with a solution that allowed the NSA to circumvent encryption on Outlook.com chats. A newsletter entry dated 26th of December 2012 states, Microsoft, working with the FBI, developed a surveillance capability to deal with the issue. These solutions were successfully tested and went live 12th of December 2012. 2 months later, in February of this year, Microsoft officially launched the Outlook.com portal. Another newsletter entry stated that the NSA already had pre-encryption access to Outlook email. For a Prism collection against Hotmail Live and Outlook.com emails will be unaffected because Prism collects this information prior to encryption. That was also noted in this memo. This is just amazing what is going on here. The NSA is just literally monitoring just about every part of your life. And as I said, if you aren't calling your congressional representatives and demanding a stop to all this, it is just going to continue and expand. Sitting around doing nothing but complaining is not effective at all. You have to have your voice heard. Our government's running around here violating the rights of virtually everyone on the planet, but Edward Snowden's the bad guy. He's the traitor, not our government. And what's amazing to me, as I played you clips just last week, liberals, conservatives, and even libertarians, John Stossel, I don't have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with the NSA spying on me. It's just amazing. If you want to hear that, go to our YouTube channel, listen to last week's show. You'll hear the quotes from him and actually Judge Napolitano smacking him down where he's wrong. These are the kind of things we have to get upset about. You have to let your congressional representatives know this is not acceptable. All right, we're up on the last break of the Patrick Regan Show already. We're just rolling along here. When we come back, we'll have a couple of more things. Well, we'll throw the papers on the floor and see which one lands on the top, and we'll go with that story. So, when we come back here on the Patrick Regan Show, join us in a little bit.